And as Americans continue to grapple with when things will go back to normal, one group has its sights set on Christians overseas who are struggling because of COVID-19. Save the Persecuted Christians is calling on President Trump and Secretary of State Mike Pompeo to provide aid to Christians in Pakistan during the pandemic. And joining us now with more is the president and CEO of Save the Persecuted Christians, Frank Gaffney. Frank, media outlets in Pakistan are reporting that some Christians are being denied food, funds, and other supplies?
That seems to be the case, and unfortunately, it's not unique in the world. This is a particularly egregious example of it, though, I think, because the World Bank has provided $200 million for the express purpose of trying to ensure that needy people in Pakistan are given the kinds of food and medical attention and, well, the opportunities for employment and other things that are absolutely essential to their survival. And this is falling, I think, disproportionately on Christians for the simple reason that the people who are dispensing this aid turn out to be Muslim non-governmental organizations that have a record of hostility towards Christians. This is unacceptable, needless to say.
What is the goal of the letter that is being sent to President Trump?
Well, it's been sent to the president, it's been sent to Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and to David Malpass, who is the president of the World Bank Group, with a view to ensuring that the funds, which are very substantially American taxpayer funds, are actually going to be dispensed in a way that doesn't discriminate against, well, not just Christians, but Hindus as well. But that is happening. And the trouble is, especially in a moment of a coronavirus pandemic, this is a death sentence for people. It's bad enough that they may not be able to get the medical attention they need in this kind of environment. But on top of it, we're seeing them deprived of even basic food. That's just totally, as I say, unacceptable.
Frank, how can Christians be praying for those in Pakistan and other countries who may be experiencing this kind of persecution?
Well, praying is a big piece of it, of course, and it can't be done enough, needless to say. For both those in Pakistan and those elsewhere around the world, there are, by some estimates, 327 million Christians that are being persecuted. That's essentially the same amount as the number of men, women, and children in the United States. So prayer is vital, but we believe at Save the Persecuted Christians that something more needs to be done, something systemic about this problem, and that is we need to hold accountable the persecutors and to create real costs for their crimes against humanity. This is an object example. They're getting $200 million, much of it from us, through the World Bank. They need to be held accountable for that money, how it's dispersed, and there need to be costs associated with them doing it improperly and to the great detriment of Christians, among others.
Here at home, Fox News reports the state of Missouri became the first state to file a lawsuit against China for the pandemic. Your thoughts on that, quickly?
Well, I don't know that it'll go anywhere, but I think it is an expression of the popular anger at China. By the way, the Chinese are among the worst of these persecutors and should be held accountable, I believe, for that as well as, of course, their direct responsibility for this pandemic that has cost us here at home so terribly, both in lives and in terms of employment in our economy and so on.
Okay, Frank Gaffney, the CEO of Save the Persecuted Christians. Thank you for your time and your insights, sir.
Thank you for yours.